So now we're going to talk about a move I'm really excited about, and that's the Red Sox bringing trading for Adam Ottavino in a shocking trade with the Yankees. But this is what we know about Ottavino. He had a pretty poor season last year, where really I think he just had a couple bad games and fell out of love with the Yankees coaches and general managers, really. So we didn't really get a lot of opportunities in the playoffs where they typically would have used them a lot, quite frankly. So, but listen, this is a guy who I just think has some of the best stuff in baseball. When he was originally a free agent, I wanted the Red Sox to sign him so badly because I just know the stuff is incredible. If the Red Sox doing this, I really think is great because I really think him for $11 million is probably better value than any free agent reliever out there for whatever they were going to ask for. So, for example, like Colomé for the same price, I'd probably take Ottavino on a one-year deal instead, quite frankly, or Justin Wilson or anything. I think I'd take this over any of them. So, looking at it from the Red Sox perspective, now they got, I think, a good group of relievers in the pen. Ottavino, Phillips Valdez broke out on the scene last year. Josh Taylor I really like. Darwinson Hernandez I really like. Who else is there? Matt Barnes, who has been pretty inconsistent and I don't think should be a closer, but in a vacuum is a good reliever. And so that's a pretty good starting group. I'm sure I'm missing someone as well, and they could bring back someone else, maybe like a Hembry, because he will likely have no value after his stint on the Phillies, but was actually pretty good with the Red Sox. So also I'm going to put down that Shane Bloom will have a patented sign and reliever no one's heard of, and he'll be really good, like he did with the Rays so many times. For example, Peter Fairbanks and Nick Anderson to some extent. So I'd be willing to bet on that. So if anything like that does happen, you're looking at a pretty potential for a really good Red Sox bullpen. The fact that Shane Bloom sought out this guy in Ottavino and was able to make it work makes me really excited for what he's going to do next year in the pen. Now looking at it from the Yankees' perspective, it's kind of shocking, I would say. So, not only did they trade Ottavino, but they also threw in a prospect just to get rid of his entire salary. So if the Yankees, it's kind of shocking to see them just give up a really good player for money. That's not anything you really expect to hear, especially to trade him to the Red Sox, is the thing. So, however, I also know this does clear up a roster spot, which apparently they didn't need to do, but I just think this is a surprising move, and there are probably other ways they could have cleared this up. Apparently, they might sign another low-level reliever now, someone who almost certainly won't be on the level of Ottavino, so that almost takes down that theory of opening up a roster spot. So yeah, this is definitely not a move I expected from the Yankees. So that's just why I think it's such an incredible move for the Red Sox. Another thing is if the Red Sox don't make the playoffs, like how I kind of predict them to not anymore, because the Blue Jays just took another step forward including the Rays and Yankees being in that division. So the thing is, now you can trade him at the deadline, and if he's pitching like he's capable of, he'll probably get a lot at the deadline. So this could be a move where, if the Red Sox aren't good, where you turn it, taking $11 million into 3+ prospects, because we already got one in the trade, so it could turn into a couple more at the deadline potentially. So this is almost and if he's bad, then oh well, but this is nearly a foolproof move, I think, for the Red Sox, and a really good one, and really kind of a head scratcher for me for the Yankees. Kind of shocked they did this, but I feel like they just sort of fell out of love with him. So yeah, I'm really happy for the Red Sox and shocked that the Yankees did this, especially trading in with the Red Sox here.